Well, joining me is a gentleman who doesn't mind a long drive and he's hoping to tee off at Club Menangle with a win. He also shares a famous name with another Australian in Greg Norman. However, he considers himself to be just a small fish in a big pond and not a great white shark. Yeah, Greg, you certainly had an interesting experience when you signed here at Club Menangle.
Oh, you get used to it with a name like Greg Norman.
I believe the young lady that signed you in was very entertained by the name.
She was laughing about it, yes, but you get used to it, like I said. It follows you around.
As I said, you don't mind a long drive, and being serious, that's exactly what you have experienced because you had to get out of Charlton in a hurry.
Yeah, with the COVID and the way the world is nowadays, we had to be out of Victoria by 4 p.m. The next day on the afternoon and had to pack up and leave. Yeah, and I got over the border about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and camped at Tarcutta and then headed up here on our way to Queensland.
Yeah, now the Queensland experience is your main aim, but you had to virtually have 2 weeks quarantine here at Club Menangle.
Yeah, we come up because you just don't know what's going to happen in Victoria. You know, last time they said a 7-day lockdown, I think it was nearly 6 months or something. So you just don't know how it's going to pan out, what's going to happen. So my boss, I work for Cormac Racing, Adam and Ben and Terry, and Adam just said get out of Victoria and get up to Sydney and then we'll play it from there.
I believe they are a wonderful exponent of the meat industry.
Yeah, they're in the pork industry. O'Brien's Meat. If you want some pork, that's where you get your pork. It's top quality stuff, and yeah, they do well in their business, and their horses are their hobby and their passion.
Yeah, Greg, you were a high-profile trainer in South Australia who elected 2 years ago to make the move to Charlton. You said you wanted to test the water. Has it been successful?
I think so. We've done well, and it's like I said, I'm a private trainer for Cormacs, and the stake money in Adelaide's very average, and they like to buy some nice horses and have a nice team of horses, and so we went to Victoria and tested the water, and we went there to test it, and we're still there.
Yeah, the Norman name in South Australia has enjoyed a lot of success, commencing in the 50s. Your late grandfather Reg and then your late father Rex, they had many a good horse.
Yeah, no, they had a lot of good horses back in the day. Horses like Arkin and Merchant and Bylaw, Second and Into Dominion. They had some very nice horses, yeah.
You mentioned Arkin, the winner of the 1960 South Australian Cup, 120 on end. He must have been a marvellous horse, and now he also turned into a good sire.
Yeah, no, he was the leading sire in Australia when he knocked off Thor Hanover. So, he was a great racehorse, obviously, and a very good sire.
Hey, Greg, how many horses do you have in your stable?
3 at the moment. That's it. I'm travelling with 3. The rest have gone back to SA and we've sold a couple and moved a couple on, and yeah, that's the team at the moment.
Always on the lookout?
Yeah, the boys are always looking. Like I said, they turn them over. They've just sold a couple, moved them on, and they're looking to replace them with more horses. They tackle it from all angles. They breed. They buy yearlings. They buy going horses. So they just try and get a nice horse.
Back in 2011, you had one of your great career highlights with a trotter by the name of Songer.
Yeah, Songer, he was a nice horse, won a Breeders' Crown final. So Nathan Jack drove him for me, drove him a treat, and yeah, it was a very, very good experience.
You were no stranger to crossing the border into Victoria and having successful races, including with a horse called Zadaka taking out the Ararat Cup.
Yeah, Zadaka won the Ararat Cup, and yeah, he went good, won his MO at Melton, and nice handy horse, good to have in the stable. He's actually spelling at the moment, due to come back in and jog up soon.
You've had a wonderful association with Karen Manning, no finer exponent of the driving in the sulky, but how did that association come about, Greg?
Through the Cormacs. The Cormacs raced their horse with Peter, and back in the day they had Anans, who was a top-class filly, one of the best in Australia, and they've had a lot of horse with Peter over the years. Karen used to drive them, so she's our number 1 driver in Victoria.
You've only had a small representation of horses here at Club Menangle, but without success.
This is our 4th trip here. The previous 3 trips we've started off with 9ths and 10ths and worked on that. We've run a couple of 3rds here. Al Bundy was probably the one that was unlucky in the Hammerhead. He was turned for home and going to be right in it, and David Aitken's horse, Mary's favourite son, galloped in front of us and decked us, and Darren McCall was driving him on the night and picked him up and got home and run 3rd and was something beaten. Yeah, that's as close as we got. Adam Cartwright come up here and run 3rd. He'd run 4th in the Hunter Cup, but struggled at this track, So it's very tough racing, very hard to win here.
Yeah, Belladonna Girl went around here last Saturday night, Greg. She finished at the tail of the field, but according to Chris Geary, and from what you've seen, put that run aside because she's a lot better than that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, we ran last. I was disappointed to run last, but not disappointed in the horse. She sat in the death. She's not a death seat horse. She's a 3 pegs, leaders back type of horse. Got caught in the death. They went 52, finished 8 metres from the second horse. So, she didn't run bad, just run last, and we'll go around again this week, and hopefully she's learnt from the experience and we can go a little bit better.
Greg, is it the long run home that catches out interstate horses?
I'm not sure, but they do struggle. It takes a while to get used to the track. It's different racing and a different track and that, and they do take a while to acclimatise some horses. I've found that myself, and other trainers and that tell you that. It's a fact, you know.
Now, you must be looking forward to Aladdin going around on Saturday night. 2 from 2, last time out, South Australian Derby.
Yeah, no, he's a nice horse. The boys bought him from New Zealand, and he won a nice race in New Zealand and has done a good job. He's had 2 starts in Australia for 2 wins. Very tough race Saturday night. I think there's 6 or 7 last start winners in there, lots of picket fences, so we'll see where we're at.
No doubt looking forward to the trip to Queensland. Probably a lot warmer weather than what we're experiencing here.
Yeah, not real nice today, is it? But I believe it's like this everywhere. There's a bit of an Antarctic front moving in, so winter is upon us.
I do love your AFL and your beloved Port Adelaide.
Port Adelaide's my team. Followed them when they were in the SANFL, and now they're in the AFL, and we've won a premiership back a while ago now. We're due for another one, I reckon.
Well, Greg, hopefully you can enjoy some success here at Club Menangle on your way to Queensland, and good luck when you head to the Sunshine State.
Thank you very much. We're trying hard, and we'll give it our best shot.